Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of planet Mars, which on May 10th will transit its own sign Aries, and from May 10th till June 20th it's going to be dignified, it's going to be placed in its own territory. So friends, when we talk about from the Mars's perspective, definitely Mars is very important for us because it represents our willpower, our courage, our determination in most of the ways. Like, see, whether Mars is active and whether Mars is doing good for us, at least we all pray that it shall not be causing harm, because like the way we say that if Jupiter is negative, if like Venus is negative, they are not that much problematic. But when the malefic planets by default, when they turn out to be working adversely, working against us, they hold a lot of potential for causing like conflicts, debt, credit, loan related issue, like physical harm or confrontation with our close knit ties. So because of which we want planet like Mars, planet like Saturn, Rahu to be dignified in our life. If even Saturn is not working in your favor, it is not working in a very dignified, graceful way, it takes its own time. But when it comes down to planet Mars, it can actually in a very short span of time can create major problems for you. Now friends, talking from Mars's perspective, beyond any doubt, the last few transit of the Mars was not that dignified, strengthened. When Mars was transiting in the Aquarius sign, it was somehow in the influence of the Rahu. When Mars transited in the Pisces sign, it was in the influence of the Saturn. And again friends, when we talk about astrology, you do not have to like just believe just because everyone is doing that. Astrology is a time tested tool. I mean to say, even if you have basic knowledge of like astrology, I'm sure that you would be knowing this thing, that the typical alignment which trigger war. So when Mars was in the Rahu, like Aquarius, conjunct with Rahu, when Mars transited in the Pisces, it was in the influence of the Saturn. We all have witnessed what has happened in the world. There were like those days when Donald Trump was tweeting, like writing in the X, in the Truth social media handle, that anything can happen anytime. Like the language which he used, I cannot use that, but he was even threatening that like Iran could be put back to the Stone Age, and so many of these threat and so much of that fear which was there in the world. So I mean to say, the Mars's afflicted state in the transit definitely could be attached to that. But now just because Mars is going to be coming out of the malefic influence, it is going to be on its own, dignified, and not to go very far friends, very soon, like on June 1st, when Jupiter will transit in the Cancer sign, its sign of exaltation, like very soon Rahu will transit in the Dhanishta, Ketu is already in Magha, Saturn very soon is going to be transiting in the Revati Nakshatra. So I mean to say, now the planetary vibration is much more in control. Beyond any doubt, what has already been instigated, the seeds which already have sown, the result of that will keep coming in, but I'm not seeing it to be like, you know, causing much more harm. Like the toughest phase, we already have come out of it. But yes, the seeds which have sown, the repercussion of that slowly, gradually will keep coming. So now friends, how it is going to be impacting you? I always say this thing, that when it comes down to the planet Mars, giving attention from your ascendant will give you precise information. They're like those people who are like somehow inclined towards watching and observing all the transit from their moon sign as well. You are free to do that. If you will go by the classic definition and the interpretation, it has been explained over there that the transit of the Mars from the natal moon, third from the natal moon, or like sixth from the natal moon, and the 11th from the natal moon is generally considered as good. And yes friends, during this transit, the Aries sign where Mars is going to be transiting, it is not even receiving any of the malefic aspect from any other planet. Beyond any doubt, it is going to be in trines with the transiting Ketu, which is there in the Leo sign, but not to worry much about it. The worst, if I were to say, in terms of the malefic influence, is somehow over. So now friends, when we talk about all the zodiac signs, so starting first with the Aries natives. So friends, for the Aries native, Mars is your ascendant lord, it's your sign lord, and now Mars is going to be coming to your first house. So it will definitely enhance your like public image, your reputation. Lately, if there have been any concerns of health, that will also be like removed, or health will improve during this phase. And just because friends, Mars is very like aggression prone. See, I mean to say, let's say for example, if you are ruled by Venus, if you are ruled by Mercury, if you are ruled by Jupiter, even if people will not like you, they will not be triggered by your energy. But the concern with Mars is that if Mars energy is not working out in your favor, other people start seeing you as a threat. So I mean to say, I'm sure that when your ascendant lord was in the influence of the Rahu, it was in the influence of the Saturn, it would have created, or like put you in some sort of scapegoat kind of situation, people plotting behind your back. And if I were to say, a lot of your efforts would have been wasted just in dealing with the enemies, just in dealing with any of the gossip or rumors around you. So now friends, a lot of the things will get better now once Mars is going to be there in your first house. Briefly, it is going to be sharing the podium with Sun, which is also going to be very strengthened, dignified in your first house. That means if there are any concerns of attainment of position, promotion, stars will support you. Jupiter soon will transit to your fourth house, get exalted, and Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your fourth house. That means for anything to do with the again attainment of position, real estate related gains, or finalizing your own property, land, apartment and all, so stars seems to be very supportive. And yes friends, during this time, briefly, Venus is also going to be transiting from your third house, from your fourth house. So even when we talk about the matters of the relationship, or like support, alliance and collaboration perspective as well, it is going to be a very beneficial time for the Aries Lagna. It's just like that friends, if lately you felt that you're losing your power, so you will get your power back. And also friends, just because see, Mars is your ascendant lord, but that somehow is its innate nature to give that injury. So I mean to say, when you have Mars transiting from the first house, irrespective of being the ascendant lord, still guard your head area from any sort of injury. But overall friends, if I were to say, after like past 2-3 months of controversy, rumors and all, now you are getting your power back. A very good transit for the Aries natives. Now friends, when we talk about the Taurus natives, so friends, for the Taurus native, Mars is going to be transiting to your 12th house. So friends, Mars's transit lately has not been very supportive for you. When Mars was conjunct with Saturn, when Mars was conjunct with Rahu, again, no one would deny this thing that the 10th house or the 11th house transit of the Mars could be good for attainment of things like struggling, working hard, and then striving for excellence, or for being considered for any promotion, or for the attainment of the things. But again friends, the path would not have been very smooth, and I'm sure you would have faced many obstacles on your way, especially when we talk about your career related endeavors or anything connected to your income. So now friends, it is not going to be as worse as like that, but the concern is that because 12th house is getting very empowered. Let's say for example, if you have any of the concern aligned with the foreign land, with the multinational companies, this could be a beneficial time for you. But this can actually increase your expenses. And again friends, just because Rahu is there in your 10th house and Mars is going to be there in the 12th house, Saturn empowered in the 11th house, so yes, whatever your plans are, do not share it with people, because you are in the scrutiny of people around you who do not have very good interest for you. This could be a case that something which you are entitled for, something which belongs to you, there is the evil eye of other people on your things. So just guard yourself, don't reveal your plans to everyone. A supportive time for any of the relocation related concerns as well. And for many people, let's say for example, if you are living in a foreign land, like many people who, like these days in the times of the war, people even in the foreign military, they enroll for that, for the military services in a foreign land as well. So I mean to say, if you are like eligible for any recognition, any bravery award, any feat in the foreign land, this might be supportive time. See, a lot of the people who participate in many athletic events, sporting events in a foreign land, so might be supportive time for that as well. Friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your third house, to your sixth house and the seventh house. So in the matters of relationship, you have to be slightly careful. The eighth aspect of the planet Mars is filled with lot of the vengeance, lot of the transformative energy. So matters of relationship need to be guarded, especially don't succumb to any gossip, any rumors around your relationship about your partner. It's a good time for managing your debt, managing your credit, managing your loan, and many new tasks could get initiated, slight possibility of that. Now friends, when we talk about the Gemini, so friends, for the Gemini natives, although Mars is not a very good planet for you, but it is going to be getting empowered in your 11th house. See friends, like the way I mentioned, even if you're Gemini moon, the 11th house transit of the Mars is generally considered as good. But the concern is that it also depends on the role which that planet plays for that lagna. So I mean to say, on one hand, it can give you gains. There's a very strong possibility of that. Income will rise. You will also gain from your competitors. Like let's say for example, if you have already put a lawsuit against someone for any compensation, you might also get that. But when we talk about from the health perspective, slight vulnerable time. So because during this time your ascendant lord is also going to be in such a alignment that health could be slightly vulnerable. So guard your health, friends. But when we talk about from the income point of view, and especially where you stand a chance for any claim, any compensation, any like alimony and all of that, so stars are going to be very supportive. If your income is connected with warfare, with military equipments, with land, with real estate, it's going to be very supportive time for the Gemini natives in that regard. And yes friends, even the houses which Mars is going to be aspecting, that is somehow very supportive for you. The fourth aspect to your house of income, finances, saving, straight aspect to your fifth house, it will definitely make you very competitive. Mind is going to be very working with very pinpointed focus, and the eighth aspect would actually try to destroy your enemies or help you come up with any loan management plan and all. Now friends, when we talk about the Cancer natives, so friends, for the Cancer natives, Mars becomes your Karak planet. Mars is going to be getting strengthened in your 10th house. It's kind of a Ruchak Yog, kind of Panch Mahapurush Yoga, which you will be eligible for. So friends, the way I have been mentioning this thing, that because Mars is your career lord, Mars is your intellect, your mind lord, right? And it was under severe affliction in its last two transit. It was initially in the influence of the Rahu in the 8th house, not a very supportive energy. I'm sure many Cancer Lagna native would have been embroiled into office politics, scapegoat kind of situation, wrong decision. Then Mars was in the influence of the Saturn, your 10th lord. It would have made you subjected to any inquiry, resistance, protest, a lot of the pressure from the bosses, ideological pressure, confusion. So now your 10th lord is going to be free flowing and working with its complete and strongest dignity. You are going to be you cannot be pinned down very easily during this time, because I'm sure that from the past couple of months, irrespective of having all the power, you were being restrained by external factors, but now you will regain your power at work, at your workplace. For those people who are in between job, a very supportive time. Those who have to write any competitive exam, face an interview, launch or release anything, very supportive time. So overall friends, for the Cancer Lagna, finally things at your career front looks like to be very bright, very optimistic. Mars is going to be giving its fourth aspect to your ascendant. Fourth aspect is not that bad for sure. So any of the housing, real estate concern will be very supportive, because not only Mars is giving its fourth aspect to your first house, but straight aspect to your fourth aspect to your ascendant, and the straight aspect to your fourth house. So for the land and the property related concern, a very supportive time. Buying your apartment, finalizing any deal, it's very auspicious time. Jupiter is also going to be coming to your first house, right? So many Cancer Lagna native by the end of this transit are going to be the proud owner of their first property. And friends, the eighth aspect of the planet Mars is going to be influencing your fifth house. So that is one area where you have to be careful, especially how you deal with the children and all. So friends, overall a very supportive transit for the Cancer natives. Now friends, when we talk about the Leo natives, so friends, for the Leo natives as well, Mars becomes your Yokarak planet, and now Mars is going to be transiting to your ninth house. So friends, Mars is going to be dignified, and just because your fourth lord and your ninth lord has been through enough in its last two transit, it was in the influence of the Rahu in the seventh house. I'm sure that it would have created a rift in a joint partnership. It would have created doubt, suspicion, problems within the marriage, within the relationship. When Mars transited to your eighth house, got conjunct with Saturn, it would have worsened things for you. But now you are getting your power back. And again friends, it's not like that the ninth lord or the Mars was afflicted. It's your bhagya, it's your fortune which was afflicted. Now suddenly you will see that in the past 2-3 months, the way every move of yours was getting backfired, now you will see the wisdom within it, or you will see that luck will now be again by your side. High possibility of that. Any of the concerns of visa, immigration, finalizing a property, travel will prove out to be very supportive. Whether you are connected with banking, with judiciary, with travel industry, import export, you are an educator, it's going to be very supportive time for the Leo natives. And again friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your 12th house. Supportive time for the land, travel, overseas interest of yours. Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your third house. It will actually empower you, and it's not only your self will or your power, it's like the divine power working in cahoots with you in your favor. And the eighth aspect is going to be influencing your fourth house. Slight disruption within the house, within the family, so be well prepared for that. Now friends, when we talk about the Virgo natives, so friends, for the Virgo natives, yeah, this is not a very easy transit, because like Mars is not a very supportive planet for you, and your 8th house is getting very accentuated. See friends, this is a kind of a transit which we say that like it illuminates you, your subconsciousness, your intuition. People who are primarily working in the domain of the psychology or covert activities, warfare kind of actions and all, it's going to be very supportive time. See, the thing is, the way planets are aligned right now for you, it is actually empowering you, especially when it comes down to performing well in any pressurizing kind of situation. How you destroy, how you handle or deal with any opposition. Rahu very empowered in the 6th house, very soon is going to be transiting in the Dhanishta Nakshatra, and you are going to have Mars to be strengthened in the 8th house. But again friends, the slight concern is that on the first level, we don't want to invite, or we don't want to be a part of any conflict, right? So because this is a kind of alignment which is actually making you very prone towards confrontation, escalation. That is a different case, that you will emerge victorious, you will perform well, you will handle or deal any opposition very efficiently. But yes, it will embroil you into these kind of situation. High possibility of that. And yes friends, because in your case Mars is your third lord as well, so don't be too overconfident. If you have to try something, a lot of the times mistake happens when you try to go solo, when the stars want you to do things in a collaborative kind of way. Saturn in the 7th house is demanding that. So in your business, refrain from any reckless, impulsive decision. That's all what I can say. If you have to sign any document, do that carefully. Be very polite, be very humble in any profit sharing, in any joint resources management, and that is how stars are going to be empowering you. Again friends, you do not have to what do we say, that you do not have to get tempted by the immediate gain, because the way planets are getting aligned for you, the big fortune is in any way coming towards you, with like Saturn in the 7th house, Jupiter soon to be getting exalted in the 11th house, and even the Rahu Ketu next shift is going to be in your favor. It's just like that right now you don't want to escalate things which will unnecessarily give you more headache. That is what I'm trying to say. Now friends, when we talk about friends, for the Virgo natives, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your 11th house, very good for the sudden income point of view. Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 2nd house. It can make your speech slightly harsh, and it is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 3rd house. So yes friends, when we talk about the matters of the 3rd house, you have to be slightly careful how you manage and deal with people in your social circle, and while initiating any task, how well prepared you are, or you are just driven by the impulse or overconfidence, that needs to be monitored. Friends, when we talk about the Libra natives, so friends, for the Libra natives, Mars is going to be transiting to your 7th house. So again friends, when Mars gets like strengthened in the 7th house, and the way I have been saying this thing, the last few transit of the Mars has not been too dignified or too graceful. So when your 2nd lord, the 7th lord, is going to be in the influence of the Rahu in the 5th house, it makes us take wrong decision in our business. When it was in the influence of the Saturn in the 6th house, it makes our relationship, it makes our like monetary concerns, our business interest to be into, or to be a part of any conflict, any dispute. So now finally friends, Mars is going to be gaining its power. So a lot of the illumination will happen, clarity will come in the domain of your 7th house, which primarily talks about like commercial interest, which talks about your like relationship with the partner, with the spouse. Slight vulnerability, that partner could be slightly like intense in behavior, or the sexual urges might increase during this time. But apart from that friends, if I were to give attention, overall a very supportive energy, a clarity, and kind of a calmness which will be experienced in the matters of your business, your finances, your relationship, because the last two transits have been very turbulent for the Libra Lagna. And friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your 10th house, very supportive time for the career endeavors. It is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 1st house. Guard your head from any energy, especially if you participate in many sporting events. And the 8th aspect is going to be influencing your 2nd house. Monitor your speech and be as graceful, humble, especially in any of the family related engagements and dealings. Now friends, when we talk about the Scorpio natives, so friends, for the Scorpio natives, Mars is going to be getting dignified, strengthened in your 6th house. So friends, when we talk about anything connected with the lawsuit, anything connected with the health concerns, you're working as a lawyer, you're working as a like a pharmacist and all, so it's going to be very supportive time for all those Scorpio Lagna natives. And again friends, because Mars is your ascendant lord, and your ascendant lord has been through enough. When it was there in the 4th house, it was in the influence of the Rahu, not a very supportive energy in the domestic life, in the family life, in your home turf. It creates a lot of the dispute, conflict, suspicion, anger, frustration. And when it transited to your 5th house, it was again in the influence of the Saturn. Your mind was filled with a lot of the contradiction. But now friends, there is going to be a lot of the clarity, and especially if your concerns right now are of you have to perform, you have to write any competitive exam, anything connected with the health, anything connected with the loan, arranging money, capital from the market, stars are going to be very, very supportive for the Scorpio natives. And friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your 9th house. Luck will be by your side, especially when put forth in any competitive kind of situation. Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your 12th house. Supportive time for getting any money or loan arranged or any overseas interest. And Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 1st house. Again, although Mars is your ascendant lord, but again friends, that is the innate nature of Mars, to give injury. So that means guard your head area, that will be very much needed. Now friends, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so friends, in your case, Mars is going to be transiting to your 5th house. Mars is a very supportive planet for you. You are one of the Lakshmi Sthana is getting very accentuated, very empowered. So friends, whether you are a student, very supportive time, you are connected with art, entertainment, creative fields, it is going to be a very supportive time. In any of the academic matters where you have to like perform, you have to write an exam, stars will definitely support you. And again friends, like the way I've been saying this thing, Rahu Ketu, nodal axis is very accentuated for you, and very soon your ascendant lord is going to be transiting from the 8th house. So 8th house energy, when the ascendant lord goes through, it makes our life go through transformation. And even for the career transformation, 5th house plays a very significant role because it is 8th from the 10th. So that means career transformation, life transformation is on the cards for the Dhanu natives. And friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your 8th house. Any of the concerns of the joint resources, research, investigative work, Mars will support you over there. Mars is going to be influencing your like 11th house with its straight aspect, very supportive time for gains, speculative gains. And Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 12th house. That also means, see, it will destroy or expose your hidden enemies, people who have been plotting things behind your back. When Mars was in the influence of Rahu, when Mars was in the influence of the Saturn, all those people are going to get exposed during this time. Now friends, when we talk about the Capricorn natives, so friends, for the Capricorn natives, Mars is going to be transiting from your 4th house. So friends, there are like certain areas where the presence of the Mars in the 4th house can actually benefit you. Especially a lot of the Capricorn natives, I see you working in the construction, real estate, so definitely it is going to be supportive time. But every good thing comes with a cost. That means the domestic peace could get disturbed when Mars is going to be so strengthened, empowered in your 4th house. And again, we know this thing that Aries and Mars combination is a combination of a headstrong, impulsive person. So refrain from acting like that in the family related matters. But when we talk about the gains, especially your authority, political concern, or like concerns of the real estate, agriculture, farming, your domestic market, your followers, it is going to be very supportive time. Again friends, Mars happened to be your 11th lord as well, and it was in the influence of the Rahu, it was in the influence of the Saturn. So count your blessing if the last few transit of the Mars has not entangled you into court cases, lawsuit, or via driven by the greed, you would not have taken some wrong decision, collaborated with the wrong people. So I mean to say, now things are going to be much more calm, controlled, and whether you work from home, you are a realtor, now things are going to be very supportive. Income prospects, fame prospects are going to be very strengthened for the Capricorn natives. Even friends, from over here, all the additional aspect of the Mars, like whether it's aspect to your 7th house, to your 10th house, to your 11th house, somehow is influencing your gains, your career, your public image, and your wish fulfillment only. So very supportive time. Now friends, when we talk about the Aquarius natives, so friends, for the Aquarius natives, Mars becomes your 10th lord, and now it is going to be transiting in your 3rd house. It is going to be very empowering transit of the planet Mars. Again friends, the last few transit of the Mars has been filled with lot of the suspicion, conflicts, dispute kind of energy. When it was there in your 1st house conjunct with Rahu, count your blessing if it would not have given you any injury or have not embroiled you into any accidents and all. Even when Mars was conjunct with Saturn in the 2nd house, it also creates a lot of the disruption in the profit sharing, dispute and problems with the family. Your speech only against your enemy. So now friends, Mars is going to be very empowered. It is very independent. Now I mean to say, this is a kind of a phase when you don't need any external support. You are equipped with all the intelligence, all the resources which you need to create a difference in your life. Whether you are working in sales, media, marketing, army, military, real estate, athletics, sports, it's going to be a very supportive time. You are an artist, you are a freelance person, it is going to be a very supportive time. It will also improve your relation with your co-workers, with your friends, with your bosses, with the authority. So all that which in the last few transit of the Mars has costed you in terms of your interpersonal relationship, it will give you a chance now to improve or mend those terms as well. Even the additional aspect of the planet Mars, friends, from over here is very supportive for the career gain or decimating your enemies or in order for you to come up with a good financial plan or recovery from any ongoing health issue or lawsuit related problem. Overall, a very empowering transit of the Mars for the Aquarius natives. And lastly, friends, when we talk about the Pisces natives, so friends, in your case, Mars is going to be transiting and getting empowered in your second house. So friends, nothing would be better than that. Mars is your ninth lord. That means the way, luck, and the matters of the finances lately has been a matter of concern, because the last few transit of the Mars has not been very graceful, like it was very aggression prone. I mean to say, when Mars was transiting in your 12th house, it was in the influence of the Rahu. It is a typical recipe of disaster, people plotting things behind your back, and your money getting into like being a part of a scam, or your money being usurped illegally by people and all. When Mars transited to your first house, it was in the influence of the Saturn. Again, too much of the pressure, too much of the resistance from the authority figures and all. So, and some sort of dispute in the income as well. So now friends, just because Mars is going to be very independent on its own, gains are going to be free flowing, and all those things, and the way you were planning to manage your finances, you will have that sort of independence now when Mars is going to be getting dignified in the second house. See friends, I always say this thing: if I were to describe Aries Mars in one word, I would say that headstrong, slightly impulsive, but very, very independent, very youthful. And along with that, friends, let's say for example, being the second lord, if your relationship within the immediate family have gotten into any suspicion, any doubt, any gossip, misunderstanding, aggression, and all, so over there as well, clarity will come. So now your second lord, your ninth lord, is gaining its power back. And let's say for example, friends, if your income in itself is connected with the warfare, military equipment, you are like listed as a military personnel, anything connected with the land, with the real estate, with the manpower management, construction field and all, so a very, very supportive time for the Pisces natives. And again friends, like what happens is that when your second lord is in such a alignment in the last two transit, somehow we get misinterpreted, like you did not mean that, but your words were wrongly misinterpreted and were used against you. So a lot of the clarity now is coming when Mars will enter in your second house, and it will gain its power over there. See friends, when we talk about the character building, people say that for the character, it's only the Jupiter or Moon or Saturn which needs to be given attention. If I were to say, Mars is equally important, because Mars represents that conviction, that discipline, that no matter what is there being put forth as a bait, as a temptation, but you will not succumb to it, because you are very rooted in your discipline. And second house in itself represents our virtues and our discipline, right? So that is the only reason that if a dignified Mars is operating in the chart of a Pisces native, this person is going to be very strict, very disciplined, very obedient, and will be raised very well in the life. So yes friends, and from over here, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your fifth house. It will definitely empower your thought process, very supportive time for taking right decision, especially connected with your academics, anything connected with the competitive like exams and all. Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 8th house. It is a supportive time, especially when we talk about occult, research, investigation, joint resources, and the 8th aspect is going to be impacting, influencing your 9th house. So very supportive time friends, especially when we talk about any of the concerns of the travels or overseas interest. You have to enroll for any foreign university and all. You have been awaiting for any grant of any scholarship approval and all. So 5th house, 8th house, 9th house, these are the typical houses which need to be supportive. If you want to go study in a foreign land, in a foreign university, and you want that to be done on a scholarship, so I have seen that in my research. When you have a strengthened Mars in the second house, impacting your house of education, 9th house of foreign land, overseas, foreign university, higher studies, and the 8th house, again, loan, grant, all of that, it generally happens like that. So yes friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyawad.